Hey Clashers, we have the next match happening, which means we have the Zigma squad versus Carry Esports. I'm looking forward to see what strategies we're going to witness. Most likely a lot of meteor golems, but something which in the pro matches is getting used a lot is just in general a lot of different openings. So the lightning combination is quite common with that giant arrow, and nowadays a lot with the frozen arrow as well. So a lot of pros like to use that combination nowadays. Not as much anymore the action figure, depending on the opening though. So we have the lightning, giant arrow from... That was close. That was really close that he did not hit that. But hey, getting that done. We have now the warden with that queen diving in from the bottom side. We have no angry jelly on the queen. Instead we have Sneezy. Is she going in though? And how does that work now? Wait, we have the Phoenix on the Warden. That's a crazy combination. What? That's a really interesting combination. Oh no, he has to be careful with those healers. Healers, maybe? Oh no. But he cannot recall just yet. Oh, he does not have... Oh, oh. Okay, that was not even a little bit close. Oh my word. That was... just in time, let's put it that way. We have the lock launcher now from this bottom side. The healers are already quite low on hit points. The king is funneling this left side. And we have the lock launcher opening things up towards the town hall. Trying to save the archer queen because remember, she's quite low. There's no ability left anymore, which means no hit point recovery whatsoever. And he's relying now on her to get healed up a little bit. But the poison tower is there again. The dread trap is... rotating everything into the damage. We have, what is in there? A golem. And that should hopefully be able to get that town hall. Let's zoom out a little bit. The king is getting completely wrecked by this top side. We have the overgrowth on the back end to redirect everything into a big group again. But they might go to the far right side. Let's see. Where are they going next? Where are they? Oh no. One is splitting. The queen is there as well. The Roy champion at the top side. She still has her ability with the rocket spear, which is right now really nice because she's on her own mostly. But can we have a strong enough push on this bottom side to get at least high percentage? This is like obviously a really crucial part here to get the percentage point as high as possible because a lot of 3-stars usually do not happen within those esports matches. If you have like 1, 2, 3 stars per match, that's kind of like what we see nowadays quite often. But anything more than that, it is really rare. So having high percentages is a really important thing for winning those matches because it's putting up the pressure on the other team. But so far, 80%, not the worst. Minion, Wizard, Booger trying their best. 81. It's going to be 82. It should be an 82%. 83 even. And this is the first attack for Carry Esports. Quite solid. 84. That minion is doing work. And this is 85% total for the first attack. The Zigma squad is now in, and we see the Meteor Golems again, but this time around with the Angry Jelly and that Warden combination, which is so popular and used so much within the esports scene. We have that queen diving in here. He has to non-stop keep her invisible to make sure that those defenses are not hitting as hard, because that's quite dangerous. Let's zoom out a little bit to really understand the base. We have... oh, okay. We see more and more gauntlets again on the Barbarian King, which is a really interesting development. So, overall equipment variety, I would say we're in a really good spot overall, which is maybe surprising considering how the meta seemed a few weeks ago just. Because we have Frozen Arrow sometimes coming back. We have the Giant Gauntlet now coming back a little bit with the Race Gem. It is more base dependent, don't get me wrong. It's like not that people are... oh no, the one meteor golem. Oh no. It is not like those equipments are getting used a ton. But overall, a lot of equipments have like niche use cases where they can be really nice in the right scenario. For the attack right now, the one meteor golem going to the top. Oh wait, he's kind of back on the Elixir story, so that's somewhat decent, I want to say. King can be used anytime soon. There we go. The funnel now is quite nice. Take a look at that. Oh my, he's like going through those buildings like it's nothing. The defending minion prince, though, is quite annoying. Maybe he gets a headhunter in there. There are no headhunters left. Okay, so the archers have to do the job. Maybe the Roy champion. Roy champion down here. We have the rocket spear on there. How is this looking? That minion prince, though, is super annoying for him. Royal Champ ability, he has to use that Invis to keep her safe. And now their Minion Prince on defense is just wrecking those healers. That is crazy. Oh no, that Minion Prince is taking down the healers left and right. He has one totem spell left, but he has as well a Revenge Tower on the back end. I'm not really sure what the plan was for the back end, guys. I am like, what? I don't know. Maybe they thought, okay, the Revenge Tower side has to be baited, so they went from the opposite side with their opening. But this means, even if you can like win the bait, the mind game, the whatever, you still have this defense on the back end, which is never a good thing to have, especially with like storages, hide points in between. Oh, that is rough. And this is kind of like what can happen really quickly in this esports setting is 68% 2-star. Getting those attacks in or getting those 3-stars in is so rough. And with this archer, I don't think that we can make it to 69 for the last final seconds. So let's dive into the next attack. Den is in with the meteor golems. We have 2 earthquakes, which means fireball, most likely. Yep, exactly that. Where do we have the fireball? Is he going to go for somewhere at the top side? Nope, it seems like the left side is his target. Where is he what is he going for? Fireball into... I'm actually not sure. Okay, he's just going for the fireball here. Okay, that's interesting. Because of the storage, the pathing is not really set up that nicely. Because if he's entering here... Okay, he's entering from the top side. That now makes way more sense. Let me explain quickly why this bottom entry would have been kind of bad. Because some meteor golems would have went for the gold storage. Most of them would have went for the bottom side. So they would have split. And that is like a big nightmare for you to happen. Instead, now he's going from the top side, which is looking way better for him. He has to be careful with the bombs as they're getting closer to the warden. There we have... Okay, first is hitting. Now we have the totem. Really nicely deployed to just tank the bomb hive. But at the same time as well, the guardian, which is a really nice spot. But what is up next? We have the walls open towards the core. Loons are released. Meteor golems are in. Another totem is invested to tank that core. Rocket loons and ice golems from the clan castle. And it is now tricky. Let's zoom out a little bit. We have still quite a few hero equipments and abilities remaining. But I'm not sure if it's enough power on the back end. Meteor golems with the storage have the access towards the inside. We have some heroes on the town also. The second tower should be secured, which is nice. But again, it's like the Revenge Tower is always on the back end. The Revenge Tower is always on the back end, which is such a big threat and so hard to overcome. So it feels like the attack is somewhat looking decent, and then you're just running against the wall at some point. It is kind of crazy. One more invis. Is he going to use that for the Roy Champ, or does he have different... He's trying to, but used it a little bit too late, which is unfortunate. Okay. We have that core taking down the meteor golems. Now we have the spiky ball in there for more percentage points. So, as I said earlier, percentage points are such a big thing in those esports matches because they can be a big win condition. Because 2 stars usually are not the biggest issue. I mean, that's not the biggest surprise. But 2 stars are somewhat solid. But the percentages, this is where people start to struggle. Can they get a good attack? Because this would get them right back into this match. Palma05, one of the best players out there. And he is going in with that fireball. Triple earthquake, which means he's going to go for this revenge cannon. That would be a crazy thing. A revenge, I'm talking about the ricochet cannon. Can he get that fireball? Can he land that somewhat easily? As soon as those 2 defenses are gone, the fireball looks really simple. Like oh, he has to be careful with the wizard tower though. But like few invis, 2 to 3 invis should be enough. That would be a solid opening for him for sure. Right now, a lot of damage, so he has to be careful. He's distracting, okay. Right now, stuck, 1, 2, 3. Oh, please not. Yes, okay, good. I'm always afraid with the wizard tower on the outset. But that worked out nicely. What about the next step, though? We have the distraction now, skeleton, and as well the totem spell to be extra safe that this warden stays safe. We have the golems going in. This is looking like a solid opening. This storage is something we have to keep in mind later on, because this is something where the troops might go towards and split, which is never something you want to happen. And we should highlight this building right here because it has already destroyed so many of those attacks. Revenge Tower is now start firing. We have a totem taking it, but it can ricochet already to some of those next troops. This is why it's so important on where you deploy those totems, because you want to distract the Guardian and the ricochet, not the... I'm always mixing them up. But the Revenge Tower, and now exactly what I said has happening. The storage is luring the troops to the outside, to the top side. And this is now where the split is happening, and this is now where everything is all over the place. But can it be enough? There's no back and overgrowth spell. Instead, we have a nicely deployed and used skeleton spell. One more rage. Can he do it? We have 3 hero abilities left. Another rage as well. This is looking good. Palma 05 might be the first person triple in this match with the Zigma squad, and that would bring them right back into this. Queen ability is used. Royal Champion down here as well with the rocket spears. We're able to do a quite nice job. The giant getting through the compartment, through the wall. 40 seconds. King ability is still there as well. Guys, I think we witnessed right now the first triple. Time should be no issue whatsoever either. There is another invis. And Palma 05 getting that crazy 3-star in. What a beautiful attack. Really good execution. Knowing that he does not need that back and overgrowth, and instead is investing into the heavy commitment of more skeleton spells, more totem spells for more distraction. And this means the Zigma squad, even though they did not have the best start into the match, are right back and leading this match actually with 1 star. Again, some lightnings and no overgrowth. Is this going to be the trend moving forward? No overgrowth anymore, and for that, more totems and everything. I think he wanted to have that. Yep. Oh, that's so low. That's so low. I think he wanted to have that poison tower as well. That would have been great value indeed. But instead, it is surviving. We have as well that air defense. Remember, we have the equipment cap, which means this is level 15 giant arrow. And this means that, well, the air defense is not going down. The healers might be in danger. The D already going down, which is a strong patch on early on. But this seems to be already enough value. That's crazy. Okay, that was already enough value. I think he would have just used a Warden Walk maybe there and used the giant arrow from a different... I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's... Like, maybe the action figure would have been then more value as well. But let's see if this is still going to work. Lock launcher is in. Poison tower, though, is going to fire. Remember, though, siege machines not affected by spells, which means that poison is not doing any damage to the lock launcher. So that is still looking decent. The opening is there. The king on the outside. So this looks overall quite solid. But again, let's highlight this defense right here. Let's highlight the Revenge Tower, because you're getting in range and there are 2 ice golems leaving their clan castle right now. We have again this king. This combination is getting more popular again, and I love it. I love it. Action. Sorry. The action on the outside, the more compact compartments and free moving space for the king really allows you to bring that gauntlet in combination with the Rage Vial. You have now the Meteor Golems going through. Come on, take it out, take it out, take it out, please. Yes, no, hello, come on. Yes, okay, perfect. It is gone. So this is a big step for him. We still have 1 more hero ability, which he has to utilize correctly. Oh, come on. There we go. Abilities getting used. Core did go down. The queen as well is getting wrecked. And I feel like this attack is going to crumble as this backhand is still holding strong. And this means it's another defense for the Zigma squad. At this point, Carry Esports under a lot of pressure because they have the percentage advantage. Like, don't get me wrong. They are still in the lead on the percentage side. But just the triple, that is the big difference maker. And at the end of the day, the 3 stars is what is most important. And as long as they can somehow not get this 1 triple, the percentage does not mean anything. And that is the great defense here. 75% for now. Is he going to get 1 more building? I don't think so. And at this point, the Zigma squad could push their lead even further if they get yet another triple. Dani is in, and we see the more... I was about to say the more classic approach, but wait a second. We have the Queen Warden opening again. Where is he going to enter? Where is he going to enter? We have that Revenge Tower at the top side. Both spitters are pointing to that direction, though. And this is like a common setup nowadays, where you have those spitters pointing to one direction, forcing the attacker to come from the back of those spitters. And then you have the Revenge Tower on the back end, which means you can easily stack that defense up. And this is the scary part about this. Warden Queen are in though, so this looks good. He wants to grab all the value here in this corner and then enter into the town hall. But he has to be careful with this bomb hive. He is using a skeleton spell, which is just such a good counter for this seasonal defense. Love traps in here. Okay, so far the healers are out of range of that scatter. He can use another invis if he wants to, or is he going to recall early? There we go. He did invest all of the healers. This is something which I always did wrong as well when I used that strategy for a YouTube video. You have to remember that you... Oh no. Meteor Golem coming. No. Oh, he didn't funnel the Meteor Golem correctly, okay. So he already lost one Meteor Golem, which is quite terrible to be honest, because we know how hard turn 18 is, so you cannot do those mistakes. But we have the bombs flying through, the healers taking some damage, but he now passed this line of the bomb hive angle. How is this going to work out now? We have one Meteor Golem jumping into the middle, and now everything is stuck here. And the Fire Spirit even is firing. The Overgrowth? No way. He is not catch... Oh, this is a big rip. He did not caught the Revenge Tower in the Overgrowth. And this now means bad news for those troops. Really bad news. Eternal Tome to protect the last healer. Protect the totem as well. No, wait, is the Eternal Tome not working on totems? That wasn't right. That wasn't range. Am I... I have not used the Eternal Tome in quite some time, I'll be honest here, but isn't that... What am I missing? What am I missing? I'm not sure. But I feel like this plan could have worked for sure if he would have had maybe the one Meteor Golem in his army more, and he could have overpowered the backhand. Another big thing was leaving the Revenge Tower open and being able to, like, with that, the base dealing so much damage. And there's not much base left, so he's getting a good percentage. But overall, I think he could have gotten the 3, so the plan was really good. The execution on the opening was solid as well. But just this golem running the wrong direction because he did funnel too early with his main push, I feel like result in this fail in the end. And remember, Meteor Golems are a really big snowball troop. Because what they do, they're merging together, throwing themselves. And if 2 Meteor Golems are standing next to each other, throwing one half into the base, the other 2 halves which are left behind can merge together as well. This is why they are working so well together if you have multiple of them. And on this one though, it was not enough. Next attack is in. Meteor Golems again. So this is just the complete Meteor Golem match. But hey, I'm up for it. We have a lot of different openings. This time around we have the Fireball approach. So can Carry Esports get their triple? A lot of invis spells invested. There we go, Fireball. Earthquake is in. Nice, solid value. Where is the entry point though? I feel like he has to enter from the top side, but the pathing is just really not great, I'll be honest. As well, he will go into this bomb hive, which will make things even worse. But hey, I just hope for the best for him, because this looks rough. This looks quite rough right now for Carry Esports, because they just cannot get this triple. Maybe with this attack, we will see. As well, yes, be careful with this guy right here, the Revenge Tower. We have the Guardian start firing already. We have the Queen coming in. Diggy is stunning. Am I the only one, by the way? Like, Diggy is great, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Diggy a lot of times is dying early. Would you think maybe the Lizard would be a good option on the Queen to improve the attacks? I could see the Lizard being maybe a better... Oh, Queen. Being a better pet on the Queen, because at this point I think Diggy is already down. So maybe Lizard would be better, because remember, Lizard is not targeting, like auto-targeting like heroes, the Guardian, but if he's attacking the Guardian, he's slowing it down as well. So just an option. Back to the attack though, we have the issue of that Revenge Tower. We have again the Gauntlet with the Rage Fight. This is, I think, so far the most common equipment combination for the King. I am not sure what exactly changed that even in those type of bases we see this equipment combination, but I love it because people have said for so long the Gauntlet is trash, it's bad, it's whatever, and now I don't know why exactly. I guess it's really good against the really 3 bases on the outside for the King, but even versus those compartments now it's getting used a little bit. So I love the variety on equipments here so far, so that's nice. We have the core though going down completely, and again, Carry Esports just cannot get a triple. And we have now the Frostbite on the back, and which will help quite a bit. The Headhunter with that can sneak in because... Oh, wait. We have Frost and Haste. That's so cool. I just talked about the equipment variety. I mean, this is crazy. Can you do this now? I just think it's not enough power because the core went down too early. I guess it was the best he could do in this position. The Rocket Spear could have been used, obviously, as well, but... I mean, the Monolith was in range and everything, right? So, I feel like the Rocket Spear would have not done anything. So, it is tricky. It is really tricky because I feel like the Rocket Spear in those modifiers is falling off so much. First, the Royal Champion doing less base damage, and Rocket Spear and base attack are like combined, right? Because this is just how the equipment works. And then, all of those defense at this point kind of outrange the Royal Champion, so... It is not easy, but this is an 89% 2-star, but not a triple. Checo is in, and we have Meteor Golems again. I mean, at this point, it's like no big surprise. But we have the Fireball again. Where is it? Fireball. There we go. And getting the Clan Castle. Great value. Good value. But this is always like the trade. Oh, healers. Healers. Please use those healers. Healers, please. Okay. We have the healers, at least some of them down. Okay, the Unicorn did a great job as well. But this is always like the painful decision you have to do. Do you go into the Revenge Tower, get it down early, which is great, but this means you're going into 2 Fire Spirits at the same time. This is like always the lose-lose situation you're putting the attacker into when playing this strategy. But right now, we're doing a nice Queen Warden charge after that Fireball. Really solid and clever planning, but he has to be careful here. Using that totem. Queen getting healed back up again slowly. Warden now under fire. Can the healer switch back? I'm not sure. Oh no. Oh no. That's rough. Losing the Warden like that? Oh no. I mean, wait, now from this side? Okay, I mean, he's avoiding the Bomb Hive mostly. But without the Warden, he would have had to use one more Invis. But I guess maybe he thought he's fine. It's like, but this is as well happening to me so many times. You feel like, okay, just this one attack and we're good. And then the one attack is coming in and it's like exactly this 1 HP too much. And the Warden dies or the Warden loses the Fireball or something. It's always the same. It's so annoying. Royal Gem is getting used from the top side. We have this time the Seeking Shield on there as well. So another equipment combination. I mean, okay. Let's get it out the window. The Golems are completely dominating right now in this match. But at the same time, the equipment variety is through the roof. I mean, I have to look out more for that. But this is just so cool. That is crazy. I mean, what is the King equipment? Okay, this time it's again double epic here. Otherwise, there's not too many fancy things in this attack going on. But with the equipments over the last few attacks, I did not expect that. I did not expect the comeback of the Giant Gotham and Rage Vial and such. That's kind of cool. But again, the Zigma squad is really falling behind again on the percentage points. You can see it as well below me here in the stats. As soon as Carry Esports gets the triple, the entire match shifts. But if Carry Esports cannot get this one 3-star in, well, they just keep the lead, and they are, and the Zigma squad is just like, keep running ahead of it. But right now, having 70% 2-star, Carry Esports up next. Can they get this triple now? Klaus is in with Super Bowlers. I'm not saying anything. Every single time I've seen Super Bowlers so far in esports matches as a spectator, it was a triple. Every single time I've commentated and said, oh, I'm so hyped for Super Bowlers, it failed. So we're just not saying anything. We just watch, enjoy, and see what we can see here, because we have the Angry Jelly on the Queen? Wait, is he going to use that for funneling something? I am not really sure about the plan. And that showed... I am confused. I have questions, Klaus. What are we doing here? Is it... I am not sure whatsoever. I'm not sure what is going on. So we have the flame thing at the bottom side. That's great. The Warden has to be careful. The Booger Nicely distracting one of the arrows from the archer tower, from the multi-archer tower, which is good. Because that usually means that you do not need a spell here. Baby Dragon is going down, but getting the funnel done before that. And now, is the Yeti funnel at the bottom side working out? He wants to enter in here. Ooh, the wall break not opening. Things are not looking good. Things are not looking good. Oh, no. How is he going to enter the base? And as well, that Angry Jelly on the Queen, I'm looking forward to what he's doing, but... Okay, we have the Ice Golem, we have the Queen in here. The Super Bowlers are in there as well. Are they going for the wall? Hopefully, please. Go for the wall. Go for the wall. Yes, okay, one Super Bowler on the wall. Queen on the different wall. The war... What? Where's the one Super Bowler going? Okay, Warden ability. King is going in there as well. We have that. Invis too late. Oh no. We have the Droid on the outside, probably for the Royal Champion then. Another rage happening. We have the Overgrowth on the back end for the Bomb Hive. But I'm not sure if he can power through. I don't think so. The Queen trying her best to help. The Royal Champion down here doing a great job. The Royal Champion now caught inside the Trinity Trap. He has her ability still left, so he can do quite a bit here. He might have to use it early. The issue, though, is that she's completely on her own. The Snowflake is the best if you can protect other things as well. But at this point, the entire core is gone, so the Snowflake not being as efficient in this scenario here. A nice Ice Golem, but this is not a 3-star, which means Carry Esports cannot get a single 3-star, and because of that, as long as the Zigma squad is getting the 2-star in their final attack, we have an 11-10 victory. Town Hall 18 is just so hard, and even for the best of the best from the pros, it is rough. Jatin is in, and we see... Wait. Oh my goodness. Okay, I love it. I love it. We have Furnace. We have Yetis. What is this crazy thing what I'm witnessing right here? Come on, show us something cool. Show us something cool. Where's the flame thing? Where's everything? Okay, I just want to see something cool. I hope for a nice attack here. We have the Warden charge on the far left side. A black man getting caught early. One Furnace behind. Keeping 2 Furnaces still undeployed. We have the Flame Fling on the far right side, which should work really well because he can outrange the first few defenses. 3 Tesla on the left side, which means it is likely that there are going to be 2 Tesla right here. So on the other side, let's see if he's going to scout for that, or if the Flame Fling is going to run into them on its own. At least for now, he's doing fine. We have the 2-side approach. Where do we see the heroes later on? One more rocket loon to take down that. Take down that. Is he going to send them in from the top side? When is he going to, like, scout for traps here? He's just not. Okay, he just says those Tesla are better not on this right side. We have more furnaces on behind, or like behind the Warden. Where are those heroes coming in? They have to come from the top side, but what is going to get the Town Hall? And he still has the Fireball. I mean, the Fireball is going to go for the core. That is, at this point, super obvious. The question is, when is he going to use that Fireball? He has to use it after the Ricochet Cannon? I'm not sure. Right side is opening. He has a Super Dragon and Inferno Dragon in there. Okay, that's interesting. 1 minute 20 seconds. Guys, isn't this already a time fail? Ice block. Invis, come on. Half the client cards is already lured. So, like, this Fireball value is not even close to as much value he could have gotten. He has to be careful now with the Headhunters. Scared and Spell trying to distract. Now we have the heroes down here. Nah. There's no shot this is not going to time fail. What is supposed to get the top side? Electric Boots and... Is the back end Royal Champion charge now a thing? He's now doing the back end Royal Champion charge, no? But he forgot the invest, so the Fox is already pretty much dead. Oh no. Come on, Jatin. I know the multitasking is insane. Oh, no! I was about to say, the multitasking on this one is just so crazy. Oh, that was a really cool plan. I like the back-end Royal Champion concept here with the haste and electric boost. That might be something which could work actually as well for Legend. Wait, hold on a second. Is this something which could work? Like not investing as many spells. This could be actually something that works. The back-end Royal Champion charge. I mean, there's not much base left. I'll be honest. There's not much base left. Imagine the Royal Champion would have been getting kept alive, and he had the timings for the back-end Royal Champion because he lost a lot of hit points before he even dropped the first invis. The second invis was too late as well. So he pretty much had no value whatsoever from this Royal Champion with the haste, fire, and electro boots. Could this be now? I will try around with this. I love the concept of this attack. But in the end, it did fall short a little bit. As well, the ice block, I'm not a fan of that anymore. I feel like if you're quick with those invis, you could do it as well. Or, which could have worked as well, instead of using the ice block, just use one more invis. And this would lead to just use the invis, like use the fireball a little bit earlier and just invest the invis for the fireball instead. But the plan, I loved it. But in the end, we have our match 11-10. The last two attacks were the most exciting attacks, I have to say, because we have seen something different. But one learning point right now for sure out of this pro match is there is huge variety in equipments right now, which we can use. And it's even getting better, right? Because in just a couple of days, hopefully, let me double check. Okay, in roughly 1 week as I'm recording this, we have then those balance changes with the, what was in there? The life gem buff, the torch, I believe, and the lava loon puppet thing, right? So we might even see more variety for equipments. It's kind of crazy what is possible. If we now have more levels for other troops in the game, I said it earlier, and people try to misunderstand, but hey, I said it earlier and I repeat it again. Town Hall 18 has the potential to have the best meta we ever had on a Town Hall level at like half 2026, like around June update, where we have most of the new levels then in the game. Right now, we have mostly meteor golems. That's boring kind of, right? But in the future, when we see and have those new levels, I really think that Town Hall 18 could be one of the best metas we have had in a long time when it comes into variety. So I'm looking forward to that. But until that, it's kind of like a waiting game. I hope you enjoyed this video. So I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next class video. Until then, see ya, and bye-bye.